Right, before lockdown, I was intending, because I brought a very nice book called A Poem for Every Day of the Year, edited by Allie Esiri, to introduce a poem every Tuesday time. Each poem is relevant to the date and is significant in terms of historical events or current events. Obviously, things have happened and things got pushed to the side. So instead, I thought it would be nice to do a little video. You can then see the poem, listen to me reading it, which I know is a shame, and then just think about it. You don't need to do any work. It's just an extra daily little reflection, if you will. So the first poem isn't that one, it's this one. 3rd of June, from Child Howl's Pilgrimage, Lord Byron. Lord Byron was in many senses the first modern celebrity. He was controversial and outrageous, spending fortunes on his lavish lifestyle and attracting a large number of female admirers. Though he remained always a man of leisure, he was an extremely accomplished swimmer and boxer, not to mention poet, and he eventually died fighting for the Greek army. The long episodic poem Child Howl's Pilgrimage was a bestseller in its day, and it tells fictionalised versions of many of Byron's own travelling tales. There is a pleasure in the pathless woods. There is a rapture on the lonely shore. There is a society where none intrudes, by the deep sea, the music in its roar. I love not man the less, but nature more. From these are interviews in which I steal, from all I may be or have been before, to mingle with the universe and feel what I can never express, yet cannot all conceal. Roll on, thou deep and dark blue ocean, roll. 10,000 fleets sweep over thee in vain. Man marks the earth with ruin, his control stops with the shore upon the watery plain. The wrecks are all thy deed, nor doth remain a shadow of man's ravage, save his own, when for a moment, like a drop of rain, he sinks into thy depths with bubbling groan. Without a grave, unknelled, uncoffined, and unknown, his steps are not upon thy paths, thy fields are not a spoil for him. Thou dost rise, and shake him from thee, the vile strength he with, for earth's destruction thou dost all despise. Spurning him from thy bosom to the skies, and sendest him shivering in thy playful spray, and howling to his gods, where happily lies his petty hope in some near portal bay, and dashest him again to earth, there let him lay. Lord Byron was, as it said, one of the first celebrities. His life was mentioned in newspapers. He travelled extensively. He was one of the first people to do what they called the Grand Tour, which was to travel around Europe and see all the ancient sites like the Colosseum in Rome and things in Greece. And he loved travel. And obviously at the moment that is something we haven't got, but it will come again. And he saw things that at the time not most people never had a hope of going to see. There was no photography, there's no cinema, they didn't see it. And his words were what explained the way the world was. In this world they can never see. So, I hope that was fairly useful or interesting or whatever. I'll send another one tomorrow. I hope everyone is doing well. Take care. God bless.